Hi class, let's take a look at a couple of applications. So please take a second and read this problem, but here's the basic information. So let me just highlight what they're asking. They're asking for two questions. A, how many packs should be bought for the minimum? And then technically B, how many people would she be able to serve with this purchase? Now, let me actually write the most important portion. So for question A, here's the basic information. So 100 people must eat. So 100 Now, this is what we know. One pack actually is going to give us the values of 8 times 4, because one pack comes in 8 boxes, and each box serves a total of 4 people. So technically 8 times 4, and this is equal to 32 servings. Okay, it's not our final answer, but let me box it in. I'll just use a different color. So if in this case Amy is to buy a second pack, so with 2 packs, this is equal to technically twice 32. So this will be 32 plus 32, or the values of 64 servings. With 3 packs, this is just equal to 64 plus another 32 servings. I'm getting 6. I'm getting 96 servings. So based on the criteria of the problem, you have to buy them in this format. The store is actually Costco, so it kind of makes sense. In this case, it seems like they're gonna go beyond the 100 servings. So we're gonna need 4 packs. This is gonna give us 96 plus the values of 32. So that's gonna be an 8, and in this case, 128. Okay, so to answer question A, so Amy would need a total, a minimum of 4 packs. So Amy a minimum of 8 packs, and then answer B is actually asking for the following. How many people would she be able to serve at this purchase? So with 4 packs, a total of 128 servings will be possible. So in this case, a little bit of a riddle problem, but overall not that bad. If you reason it out, it makes sense. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to buy more than the needed, and there'll be a little bit of a leftover. That's actually it for this problem. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, in problem 2, they want us to find the perimeter. Now, the perimeter is defined as the distance around the object. So in this case, let me write it as an equation. So this will be perimeter is equal to, and let me just write it as distance around the object, which is equal to, I'm going to start with this 2. So 2 meters plus 13 meters plus 8 meters plus 9 meters plus the 13 meters. And then I'm just going to label it as P. So let me move the problem a little bit to the left, since I'm running out of space. In this case, I'm just saying that P is equal to, we'll add the units at the end. So this will just be 2 plus the values of 13 plus the values of 8 plus 9 plus 13. And at this point, we start adding. So let me add these two and technically those two first. And this will be easier than doing vertical form. So 13 and 13 is going to be 26 plus 2 and 8 is equal to 10 plus the values of 9. So P is equal to 36 plus 9, or P is equal to the values of 45. And in this case, the perimeter is 45, and we're talking about meters. So all of these problems, they're going to want us to provide some sort of a sentence after we finish them. In this case, this is actually it. Let's take a look at problem 3. And similar question as the previous one, they do want the perimeter, but also the area. So in this case, let me use formulas. So the perimeter is equal to 2L plus 2W. And I'm just going to say that this is equal to L and this is equal to W, length times width. So the perimeter is going to be equal to the following. So the perimeter is equal to 2 times 3 plus the values of 2 times 3, or the perimeter is equal to 6 plus 6. The perimeter is equal to 12, in this case, meters. And let me write it with a sentence. The perimeter is P is equal to 12 meters. And once again, here's the formula. Let me talk about the formula for the area. So in this case, the area is equal to L times W. So in this case, L is equal to 3 times the values of 3, or 9. And let me just write it as the area is 9 meters technically squared, because you technically have meters times meters. So your final answer will be meters to the second power. And that's actually it for this problem. Let's take a look at the next problem, which is the volume. And your actual volume is going to have the following formula. So in this case, the volume is equal to L times W times the values of H. And I'm just going to label this as L, this is W, and this is H. They're all centimeters. So volume is equal to 9 times the values of 7 times the values of 13. And I'm just going to put the unit centimeters to the third power. Just to compare it to the previous one was a two-dimensional object, so your units are squared, but on area, but on a volume, the units go to the third power. So in this case, the volume is equal to, 9 and 7 is 63 times the values of 13. And let me carry this multiplication on the side. So I'm just going to use vertical form. So the values of 63 times 13, 3 and 3 is equal to 9, 6 and 3 will be 18. Don't forget the little space. And then you're multiplying times 1. So technically, sorry you guys. Technically, the values of 63. So in the addition, this is a 9. No, that's going to be an 11. You carry 1. So 6, 7, and 8. So I'm getting that the volume is equal to 819. Here we carry 1, so I just put it there. But let me use a different color. So we were supposed to carry a 1 there. And let me check the multiplication. At this point, we're good. So this is our final answer, but let me express it with a sentence. So the volume is 1819 and technically centimeters to the third power. That's actually it for the applications in this module.